spring ball here in 2024. Dan Villari again. We talked a few weeks ago, and now we're toward the end. What have you guys accomplished as a group here in this spring ball? How good are you feeling right now?
I mean, we accomplished so much. I think mental and physical toughness, execution, learning how to execute in different situations in the game, 2-minute, 4-minute, and just being a real violent team that's pretty relentless. You know, Coach talks about dart all the time. I think we really embodied it. We didn't fully embody it right away, but I think at this point we're all like bought in, and it feels good.
Yeah, it's one thing, right, to meet Fran. It's one thing to go through workouts. It's another thing entirely when you get into the football, right, of it all. And I know you've had some of those close scrimmages here the last couple of weekends. How many lessons do you take of that when, all right, now we're doing something that this looks like a football game. He looks like the head coach right now. How do you take stuff out of that?
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Well, once you actually see it, right, when you're doing a game, when you're acting as close to real as you possibly can, how much does it ramp up when you see him do that for the first time?
Yeah, you know what? Like, winter workouts was hard, and I'm like, okay, this is how it's going to be. Like, I can get used to this. But then when practice came, it got way harder, and we still lifted on our off days. So, I mean, it was the whole package, and it's I feel really tough right now. You know what I mean? I feel mentally sound and tough and physically tough, and just I feel like our whole team's going to be a way different image this year.
How do you guys carry that through the next few months, right? Because, you'll still all be around in classes and workouts and all that, but it won't be this environment again until late July, early August. How do you carry this through the next 3-4 months or so?
I think we go home in May and get some rest, and then in June, July, we regroup, we get to training, and we come together separately and throw routes and team bonding, hang out, and just pretty much all the small details we got to touch on that we made mistakes in practice. We're going to touch on that on our own. I know Kyle was talking to me today about our corner routes. Like, we're going to really work on our goal line corner routes this offseason.
The detail part of it with Fran seems to be a lot, right? He had a quote the other day with something like, man, like, if you're late for class, you're going to false start. Like, yeah. He ties those things together. How have you noticed connections like that, like the non-football stuff to the football stuff?
Yeah, that's like how you do anything is how you do everything. I 100% believe that. Like, I always keep my locker perfectly clean, everything in my house clean, because I just feel like if you're clean, like you're just doing the right things, you know what I mean? Always doing the right things and being very detailed, because then when you get out there and all this pressure's on you and 80,000 fans are screaming, you're so used to doing the right thing that you're not going to mess up, because it's second nature.
All the guys on the team, and you'd fit into this, that played at programs that have been on the level that this one wants to get to. Like, you played for Harbaugh. Kyle was at Ohio State. The Georgia guys saw what Kirby Smart did. I talked to Braylon the other day. He told me about Saban. How much do you see the, checking the boxes of what top-level programs do?
Yeah, I mean, every box is checked. I think, you know what I mean? Like, but it's very new to the players, so I think the players still need to check all those boxes. We got to be on time to everything, and we got to do better at the small things. But I mean, what Coach Fran has brought in, his culture and his energy, like, is top of the line for sure.
How much more box checking do you see in the locker room than maybe a month or 2 months ago?
A lot more box checking. You know what I mean? We came a long way. I know personally I came a long way, and last year I thought I had it figured out, mentally and physically, but I'm far from there. But I feel like I've gotten one step closer with Coach Fran, and I'm embracing the challenge. I think we're all embracing the challenge. With Coach Fran, you kind of just gotta turn your brain off and just attack every day, and that's gonna help you in life.
Dan Villari's with us. Dan, I want to ask you about the recruiting that's going on here, because I know you're not directly involved in it on the day-to-day, but I'm sure you've met some of these guys. What do you notice with this going through? It feels like there's 30, 40, 50 guys here every weekend, crazy things going on. What's this been like for you to observe and, be a small part of?
I mean, every scrimmage, it seems like we got like 10,000 people watching us. It's unbelievable. Coach Fran, what he does in recruiting is unbelievable. I was trying to walk through the doorway on last Saturday, and it literally took me like 8 8 or 9 minutes to get through the doorway because of all the recruits coming through. And I was like, Coach France said, I like to recruit, man. I said, Coach, like, bring them all in. Let's win a championship. I'm with it, you know.
Hey, it's a good way to do it, right?
Yeah.
You know, getting that point with better dudes around going forward. You know, now we get to the end of spring ball here. What do you want to see out of this spring game on Saturday?
From the team?
From the team, from you, from whatever. Well, like we go through this Saturday. What's the one thing you want to say? All right, we did something here.
Yeah, I want to see us finish to the whistle, be violent, physical, no mental errors. You know, the tight ends really pride ourselves on no mental errors. And just have fun, put it all together, you know what I mean? Put on a show, throw the ball around, have some good runs, maybe some hurdles, some trucks, you know what I mean? But just put on a show for the fans.
What do you want the fans to see? Like, what do you want the fans to leave Saturday saying, okay, we know what this team is all about now?
I want them to see the explosion of this offense and the different dimensions, the different ways we can go, and the different plans we have, and all the weapons we have that we can utilize. And I just want to see, I think they're going to be real excited about the different options Kyle has and different backs we got, and, you know, how the O-line has come together. And, of course, the defense, you know, I don't like, they're just the defense, but they'll do a good job too.
Yeah, you don't care about it. You don't need to see the defense on Saturday. You don't want them to have a good day. You know, that brings me to what I want to see. You know, it's always about the quarterback, right? I've seen you play football before. I haven't seen Kyle play football before other than on TV. I think the fans, they want to see him sling it around. Like, how exciting do you think that'll be for the fans to see him just throw the football in person on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I've been around a lot of good quarterbacks, and I've seen it the past few months, and it's exciting, man. You watch that ball up in the air, perfect spiral, you're like, man, it's just a different feeling now. It's like, it's legit. So I think the fans are going to be like really excited about when he lets that thing fly.
Don't turn around. You might get hit right now. There's a large safety behind you, and you got to watch out for that guy. Yeah. I'm sure you guys run into each other a lot at practice, right?
Every day, multiple times of practice. So it's a battle, though.
Yeah, your position and his position often arrive at the same spot in the field. Before I let you go, Dan, I've asked a lot of guys about this. I don't think we talked about it last time. NCAA video game coming out this summer. How excited are you to see Dan Villari in a football video game? I'm
very excited. You know what I mean? I want them to put multiple positions in there, you know what I mean? Versatile. But I'm excited. I'm really skeptical about the overall. You know, I feel like they're not going to give me a good one just because of the stats I had and stuff. But, you know, I mean, I want high 80s, you know? Okay. And then this year I'll work my way into the 90s.
What is the trash talk in the locker room going to be when those numbers come out?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be more offense and defense talking trash to each other. You know what I mean? But they better give me good speed too. But yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like. But it's going to be some trash talk.
All right. We'll see what they toss at you. You can always go in and tweak it there if you need to when it comes to anything. All right, Dan. Looking forward to Saturday. Thanks as always.
I appreciate you.